The Game Boy has a wide selection of games that we all know and love. However, some great games never saw a proper release in North America. For one reason or another, they just never came over here, or they came years later as part of Nintendo's eShop. Here is our top 5 coolest imports for the Nintendo Game Boy. X is a first-person shooter that came out in Japan in 1992. As you can see, the graphics are not what we're used to by today's standards. But at the time, they were considered incredible. It is technically the first 3D game released for a portable in Japan. X's developers even went on to help create the original Star Fox game, largely on the strength of this cool shooter. Trip World is a platformer game that was released in Japan in 1992 and in Europe in 1993. You play a chubby little blob named Yakupu, who must recover the Flower of Peace to restore order to the world. The game is a solid platformer with 5 stages to traverse. Yakupu has 3 forms that he can switch to on command: his normal form, a winged version, and a fish. This game gives a unique feel and makes you think about how you want to tackle each level. The game did come out for the 3DS Virtual Console back in 2011. Hopefully it'll come to North America as well, because the original game is crazy expensive. In 1992, Intelligent Systems, makers of the Paper Mario series, created For the Frog, the Bell Tolls for the Game Boy. It is the classic shtick of a prince trying to save a princess from evil. Or should I say princes, as you are competing against the prince of a rival kingdom. It is a small twist to the classic tale, but it keeps it fresh. The game is an RPG with both a top-down view and side-scrolling gameplay. Combat is handled a little different as well, as each battle plays out automatically. While this may sound odd, it's an interesting choice and makes the game feel unique. This game was released for the 3DS Virtual Console, but once again, only in Japan. The Battle of Olympus's Game Boy port only came out in Europe in 1991. However, you may be familiar with the NES game, which came to North America in 1989. Here you play as the fabled Orpheus, and you travel ancient Greece to try and save your girlfriend Helena from Hades. The game is very reminiscent of Zelda 2 with its action-oriented side-scrolling adventure design. You go from region to region across ancient Greece killing cyclopses, centaurs, minotaurs, and harpies to save your lost love. Shalvo 55 is a puzzle platforming game that came out in Japan in 1997. You play as Shalvo the robot, and you must collect crystals and defeat the bosses scattered throughout the levels. Each stage has multiple rooms where you can explore in any order, basically Metroid style. In fact, your main ability in the game is to transform into a ball that can smash through most blocks that you encounter. These games are fun to play, but a little hard to come by, especially for the Game Boy. And twice as hard if you're in North America. What do you think of the list? Can you think of any great Game Boy games that didn't have a North American port? Let us know in the comments below. And for all your gaming needs, be sure to head over to usgamer.net.